everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you know Queen Victoria was one of the most powerful and influential monarchs in history? A queen who reigned for over 6 decades, presiding over an empire that spanned the globe. From a lonely childhood to the height of imperial rule, her life was filled with triumphs, tragedies, and transformations. This is the full story of Queen Victoria in 5 chapters, the woman who defined an era and changed the course of history forever. So, let's get started. Chapter 1. Early Life, 1819 to 1837, May 24th, 1819. In the grand halls of Kensington Palace, a baby is born, unaware that she will one day rule the greatest empire the world has ever seen. Her name, Alexandrina Victoria. She was not expected to be queen. Her father, Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, was the 4th son of King George III. The throne seemed distant until fate took an unexpected turn. Within a year of Victoria's birth, her father died, leaving her in the care of her German-born mother, Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. Her mother, strict and ambitious, raised Victoria under an oppressive system designed to control every aspect of her life. It was called the Kensington system, created by her mother's trusted advisor, Sir John Conroy. Under this system, Victoria was never left alone, not even for a single moment. She slept in the same room as her mother, was not allowed to have friends her age, and had every letter, every conversation monitored. And yet, despite the suffocating rules, Victoria possessed a strong will. She was headstrong, intelligent, and determined. By the time she was a teenager, it became clear, if King William IV had no surviving heirs, the throne would pass to her. But there was one problem. If the king died before she turned 18, her mother would rule as regent, a prospect that terrified both Victoria and the British public. King William IV despised Victoria's mother and openly declared his hope to live until Victoria's 18th birthday so that she could rule in her own right. And then, the moment arrived. On June 20th, 1837, King William IV died. The throne passed to Victoria. She was now Queen of the United Kingdom, and she was only 18 years old. Now from here our Chapter 2 starts, Early Reign and Marriage to Prince Albert, 1837 to 1861. She was young, she was inexperienced, but she was determined. Victoria's first act as queen was to declare independence from her mother's influence. She moved into Buckingham Palace, the first monarch to ever reside there, and began learning the art of governance under her trusted Prime Minister, Lord Melbourne. Melbourne guided Victoria through political challenges, but soon the nation turned its eyes toward one question. Who would be her husband? Enter Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. He was Victoria's cousin, introduced to her when she was just 16. She was immediately captivated by him. 2 years later, now queen, Victoria made the bold move. She proposed to him. On February 10th, 1840, Victoria and Albert were married in a lavish ceremony at St. James's Palace. Unlike many royal marriages, theirs was based on love. Together, they had 9 children, forging alliances across Europe. Their children married into the royal families of Russia, Germany, and Spain, earning Victoria the nickname Grandmother of Europe. Albert wasn't just her husband, he became her greatest advisor. He championed science, education, and industrial progress, pushing Britain into a new age. But with progress came danger. During her reign, Queen Victoria survived 7 assassination attempts. Each time she emerged unshaken, her popularity only growing. In 1851, Albert organized the Great Exhibition, showcasing Britain's industrial dominance to the world. The event was a resounding success, but tragedy was on the horizon. Now, chapter number 3, Tragedy and Widowhood, 1861 to 1870s. In December 1861, Prince Albert fell gravely ill. Despite the best efforts of doctors, he succumbed to typhoid fever. For Victoria, the loss was unbearable. She withdrew from public life, dressed in black, and remained in mourning for the rest of her life. She rarely appeared in public, earning the nickname the Widow of Windsor. The queen who once commanded the world now found herself alone. But the world did not wait. In politics, 2 men dominated, William Gladstone and Benjamin Disraeli. Victoria disliked Gladstone, finding him dull and overly serious. Disraeli, however, charmed her. He flattered her, entertained her, and most importantly, helped her rediscover her role as a ruler. Chapter number 4. Empress of India and the Height of the British Empire, 1870s to 1890s. The empire grew, stretching across Africa, Asia, and beyond. In 1876, Victoria was given a new title, Empress of India. Though she never set foot on Indian soil, she took a deep interest in its culture. During this time, she grew close to Abdul Karim, an Indian servant who became her personal confidant. Their friendship caused controversy within the royal household, but Victoria, as always, followed her own path. Last but not the least. Chapter 5. Final Years and Legacy, 1890s to 1901. As the 20th century approached, Victoria's health declined. She suffered from arthritis, struggled to see, and grew weaker. Yet she continued working until the very end. On January 22nd, 1901, after 63 years on the throne, Queen Victoria passed away. Her funeral was a grand event, attended by monarchs from all over the world. Her death marked the end of an era, the Victorian age. But her legacy, that would never fade. Her reign transformed Britain, ushering in an age of progress, empire, and innovation. Even today, her influence can still be felt in politics, culture, and beyond. She was not just a queen. She was an era, the Victorian era. So, Queen Victoria's reign transformed Britain. She oversaw the expansion of the British Empire, the Industrial Revolution, and major political reforms. Her legacy still influences the modern world. There are many more things, facts, secrets of her life. If you want a video on that, tell me in comments section. And what do you think was her greatest achievement? Let us know in the comments too. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Queen Victoria's life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical documentaries. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring history.